Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome freaking back. As you guys can see by the title and the thumbnail of this video, we are officially doing the first quarter, the good, the bad, and the disappointing. Now, if you guys are new here, hi, welcome. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Make sure you pop some popcorn, get a little drinky drink, just enjoy yourself. But if you are new here, I do a quarterly good, bad, and disappointing. So this is obviously quarter one. We are officially at the end of quarter one, which is crazy to me how quickly this year is already flying by. But I'm gonna stop yapping and we're going to talk about the first book that I'm going to talk about is our good book. I loved this book so much. This book was a 5-star. I still think about this book to this day, and that is Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. This book follows a group of 7 strangers who are at an apartment viewing. They are in an apartment tour, and while they are in said tour, things go completely awry. Like, you are not expecting what is about to happen in this book. So things go completely awry during this viewing, and it's kind of a story about how while us as human beings, we don't always align ourselves politically, emotionally, all the time with people. You know what I mean? Like, there are some times where we just disagree, and that's okay. That's what makes humans human, is the ability to disagree with each other, the ability to have these different personalities and these different things about yourself. You are allowed to have differences. That's what makes humans beautiful, is that we're not all the same. But in this book, not only are these 7 strangers completely different, there is not one aspect of these people that are aligned, except for their morals. Their morals are beautiful. This story is just really a story about how, even though we're different, we can all come together as one to help. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but it's really just a story about how we don't all have to be different all the time. We can all join together as one people and just be. You know what I mean? And I think that's just a really beautiful story that we got to read about in these pages. There are also a lot of talks about suicide and grief and death, and really a whole lot of triggering topics in this, and I want to make that very clear because I think really only one of them was very specifically stated at the beginning of the book. And at the end of this book, there are the numbers and hotlines to call for the suicide helpline, which I really appreciated, especially in a story like this, because you really do kind of just need someone to talk to, and that's just that. I'm also now realizing I forgot to change my SD card. Why is this a continuous thing for me? Why do I always forget to change my SD card? I'm currently filming you on the SD card that is for my Great Gatsby video. Keep an eye out for that video. It's coming. You'll enjoy it. Anyway, this was our good book for quarter one. I highly recommend this book to anyone. I have a little caveat before I get into my bad book, okay? My bad book is not bad because I did not enjoy it. My bad book is not bad because of the writing. My bad book is not bad because of anything like that. My bad book is bad purely because of what our characters are going through. I did not have a bad book this quarter. I had such a good reading quarter. I could not have picked better books. So, since I've given you that caveat, my bad book for this quarter is Looking for Alaska. This book was devastating, especially rereading it as an adult, because I've kind of taken off the rose-colored glasses for life, and I've got a different perspective about life and a different perspective about what we should be doing in our lives. than I did the first time I read this. The first time I read this, I was very naive. I was very young. I might have been a freshman in high school. It might have even been 8th grade. I don't remember what year we read this book. I really, truly don't remember what year, but I remember not appreciating this book because had I appreciated this book, it wouldn't have come as a shock to me. Because some of the things that happen in this are things that you wouldn't be able to forget had you read it. I think me being naive and I know myself very well, I definitely spark noted this book and cheated that section of the class because, like most of us, I don't like being told when to read and what to read and how to read and what I should be looking at while I read, because you guys have probably heard me say this sentence multiple times on this channel. Reading's subjective. I hate having to look at a book the same way that my peer is looking at a book, because me and my sister-in-laws, we buddy read all the time, and every time all of us have a different outlook on it. I truly think I just skipped this portion of that class because this was not the book that I wanted to read. And like I said, the reason I'm making this the bad book for this quarter is purely because of what happens in this book, purely because of how irritated and kind of outraged I was that all of our friend group were going through what they went through because of one person. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I made this the bad book, but it's not a bad book. I rated it a 5-star. I loved this. I truly loved this book. I would highly recommend it for anyone. Anyone. But I do want to state very loudly, very clearly, if you are my younger demographic, hi, I know you're there. Have a trusted adult or someone older than you near you or on call for you whenever you're reading this book, because this book deals with a lot. And as much as I say that I hated having to read this during the time, I did like having the teacher outlook on things because they were able to help me go into the right direction, if that makes sense. It helped me understand a little bit more. So I would highly recommend having a trusted older someone next to you while you read this book. And then my disappointing book. I really am so disappointed about it. I have been, and the reason I'm disappointed about it is because I loved it. I loved this book. I loved all of it until the last bit. Like the last 5, maybe even 10% of the book could have just not been there. Could have just not been there. I rated this book a 4-star, and it was Never by Jessa Hastings. I was so disappointed because I have read all of the Magnolia Park series now. I've now read Never, and I really do love Jessa Hastings' writing. Jessa's writing has a way of making you feel like you are literally right there. Like there's no in and out of the story. I feel like I truly am just thrusted into the pages. I don't feel like I'm reading. I feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm watching. I feel like I'm experiencing with our characters, and that's one thing that I do truly love about Jessa Hastings' writing, is that she makes it feel authentic. She makes it feel real, as much as it can feel authentic and real considering that this is Peter Pan. And anyway, I was just disappointed with the ending of this book. I'm not going to dive too much into this because there is a video of me reading this book. So if you want to read that, or if you want to watch that, head over to Reading Books with Only Green on the cover. But like I have said like 5 times now, I was just disappointed in the ending. This book follows Daphne, who is a descendant of Wendy Darling, and all of the Darlings, all of the girls in the family had been visited by Peter and their lives, and it is now Daphne's turn, and Daphne waits and waits and waits and waits and waits, and Peter never comes until she is way too old to be going to Neverland. Because we all know the story of Neverland. We know the story of the Lost Boys. You're young. You stay young. Daphne is not young. Daphne is 18 years old. She is an adult woman. And instead of Peter, she finds herself looking at Captain Hook's son, Jameson. And so this is kind of a love triangle, which is another thing that Jessa Hastings does beautifully, is the toxic, traumatic love triangle. I don't know what that girl went through in her life, but she went through some shit, because her toxic love triangles are kind of disturbing sometimes. Like, I'm just like, how did she come up with this? Like, I truly don't know. But like I had said, I loved every bit of this story, but the ending had me so unsettled, so just like, I don't know, I'm still feeling icked out about it. Like, I just did not like the way that this ended. But I do know that this is supposed to be a trilogy, so I know that you have to kind of like leave it open to continue the story. But the way that she had written the ending of the story, you could end it right here. You don't need the next 2 books. You don't need it. You don't need it. Had she ended this book like 5 chapters before she did, I would have been so excited to go into the next book. I'd be sitting here waiting at the tip of my freaking seat, waiting for this next book to come out. But now instead, I'm just irritated at it because of just the way that it ended. I hate whenever I enjoy a book so much. I'm enjoying it, I'm enjoying it, I'm enjoying it, and then the ending completely just falls off. I hate that. But I did rate Never a 4-star. I rated Looking for Alaska a 5-star, and I rated Anxious People a 5-star. These are my good, bad, and disappointing books for this quarter. I really did not have a bad quarter. I'd like to know what you guys have as your good, bad, and disappointing books for this quarter. Please let me know down in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment downstairs. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.